Well, hello and welcome back to the comfort of my backyard. Yes, so still don't know where to look. This is confusing. I look over there, right? So it looks like I'm looking at you, but whatever. You know what I mean. Anyway, also if you can hear the washer, pay it no mind. Making sure I have good smelling clothes. Anyway, yeah, so today I wanted to talk about the importance of listening and the importance of first listening to your body. I will put that link to that video somewhere if I can, but if not, it's the video before this one. And then, if you find something that's not right, then first of all, don't get demoralized because things are not perfect, because they will very rarely be. But also adjust properly so that you don't make that problem even worse, but you keep your conditioning. So I'll use myself as an example. So last week, this is what I have to look. Fine. Last week, my right pec started to act up again. And I wasn't even doing anything heavy. I was just warming up with very light lateral raises. But as soon as I did my first rep, my pec started telling me stuff. It started to feel inflamed or irritated, something a discomfort, almost like a burning sensation. So I had to adjust my training for the whole week, and I basically made the whole week technique focused. And it's very important that you keep your perspective in a positive manner, because if you look at it negatively, you will end up quitting or stopping for a long time, and we don't have time to be stopping for shit. Our time is already so limited, and it's very important that you keep doing what you can. And yeah, so son of a bitch. Anyway, so my right pec is still kind of bothering me, so next week will also be technique focused. But what I'm doing is, first of all, I'm not doing any kind of pull-ups. In the hang position, the stretch that the pec that the chest goes through is just too big. They might snap something, so I'm not gonna do that. At least while I'm like this. But as far as the farmer carries, on the right side, which is the most sensitive side, I have to adjust. I have to use less weight or little to none, just to keep my mobility and to activate whatever I'm working on, be it the back, be it the shoulder. Because one thing that I've learned is that we are not just separate parts. The body is a sum of all of everything working together to make sure you can move properly in the world and do whatever you have to do. So when you do back, especially, well, in most exercises, when you rows, it's more specifically rows, but when you have to contract the back, activate the back, you'll generally have to stretch the chest. right? Because the whole body is always participating. And people, at least I used to think that you're doing chest. You're doing chest. It's just chest, right? No, it's not just chest. Just like when you're doing bicep curls, it's not just the biceps that's working. You cannot 100% isolate everything. So when you're doing curls and you control the eccentric, your tricep is what's allowing you that control. All right, because the agonist and the antagonist muscles, they, one produces the movement, the other counters it, right? So when you're doing rows, you're pulling your arm back, contracting your upper back, and stretching your chest. So with that, I had to do less weight, at least on the right side, and that went for everything else. The farmer carry, I I used to do more bilateral movement, and now I adapted. Instead of doing that, I did unilateral. Started with the right side, just used a lighter kettlebell, and did a few laps, and then I put that kettlebell down, and then I picked up with my left side a heavier one. So you can always do something. Usually you can do something, unless you're really completely messed up in your whole body. You can always do something. So you have two arms, you have two legs. If one knee is messed up, you have the other leg. You might be able to do something else with your injured leg, even if it's just mobility stuff. So at least you keep doing something, and that's the most important thing. Keep the process sustainable, because what I say is the most important thing is that you keep showing up no matter what. Because again, you're not going to be at 100% all the time. Your body won't be able to perform at its peak, at its best all the time. In fact, that's going to be very, very uncommon, at least for me. So you have to always be ready to adapt. You see how you feel on a specific day, and then you train with that in mind. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about this real quick, because this is what I've been going through. My right knee is a little bit better. I've been able to start running in the treadmill, even if it's just a light jog. I've been able to do some cardio, which I haven't been able to do that well, because cardio without your legs is not that efficient. Also, my elbow joint on the inner side is starting to be a little bit irritated, so I've had to use a sleeve. So that's what you do. You protect yourself against possible injury, and if you feel something wrong, you protect that side, lower the weight, use an accessory to offer some support. And that's all you can do, and remain humble and realistic with your current state, and you'll be able to keep going long term. All right, so I'm almost doing 1 year of consistent training, and let's see what happens on the second year. Let's hope for more gains, and yeah. Thank you all for watching, and leave me a comment below if you have any input to add to this conversation. Subscribe if you're new here. I have no schedule. I don't put out content on a specific day or I put out content basically when I think it necessary and I have something important to say. Okay, so there you go. I'll see you all later.